this is a cursed 1911. You might be asking what's so cursed about it, because it looks normal from this side. Yeah, we got a double barrel shell ejecting blowback 1911. Even the magazine. It's basically two magazines taped to each other. It looks even more cursed with the slide locked back. It feels cursed holding it, by the way. It's so fat. It fires these orange butt plug looking things out of these shells. There's just a spring in there. You load it in, it clicks in place, and then when you hit the button in the back, it will launch the little plastic thing. But that means the rest of this doesn't require any gas, no electric, it just kind of works on its own. You load up the magazine like you would with anything using a cartridge. You load it in. Don't cock it. If you cock it, you'll bend some of the springs, mess stuff up. It is firmly locked in place. The way it fires is that it's basically an open bolt function. The way it fires is the slide comes back, goes forward, and hits the buttons on the back, which then launches it. So the shot is after it cycles, which means the first shot here is not going to eject anything, but it will fire, and then the next shot will eject. But it is shell ejecting. It's supposed to lock back, but seems to be a little finicky with that. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, at least with this one I've noticed. But thankfully, it has ejected properly. I've gotten a lot of these in the past where they just jam non-stop, and this one mostly functions like it's supposed to. If you look on the magazine, it says, it's kind of bright for you guys to see this, and I got green on green, questionable choice. You can't really see that, but it says, oh, there we go. It says it's supposed to load in 6. And while this does fit 6 shells, 6 on each side, I've noticed if you fully load it, it will actually jam. There's just too much tension in here for the blowback on this. So I've noticed loaded 4 on each side and then it functions flawlessly. So you're getting 8 shots technically, but 4 shots, 2 at once every single time. And it's a pretty amusing, fun toy. I'll load up, fully load up, and show you what that looks like. So that is fully loaded as far as functionality goes. It still looks just so weird. There's something about a double barrel 1911 that's so silly. Yeah, and it's got a Picatinny if you wanted to put a laser or something on there for some reason. You're not going to be shooting this one very accurately. It's really fun. It's fun to mess around with. It's not practical in any logical way, but they're just toys that are pretty cheap and pretty fun. If you want to get one of these for yourself, this was sent in from Bayou Blaster. I put a link down below in the video information and in a pinned comment. They're pretty darn affordable if you just want to get a toy for someone. I mean, this looks like a toy, bright green, bright purple. No problem getting one of these for like a kid or even just an adult. I mean, let's be real, we never really fully grow up. The only difference is that we can afford our toys. Well, hopefully. Less so more recently with how things have been going, but hopefully you're doing well. I've chronoed these before. They only shoot about 40 to 50 FPS range, which is pretty decent for the little plastic projectile, but they are a little plastic projectile in the shape of a butt plug. They tumble in the air. They're not really made to go far. Again, reiterating a lot, but this is a fun toy to play with. It's silly, you break it out at a party, people will be mildly amused at it for a little bit, and then you'll move on. The entire construction is plastic, not even like super tough plastic, but it's also not entirely brittle. You know the kind of plastic I'm referring to when I say that. But it mostly is gonna be fine. Just don't throw it across the house. And that should be it. I'm gonna stop myself before I continue rambling for 10 more years. This video will be pretty short. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.